Good morning, Year 5, and welcome to Maths again. I'm sure that you have all of the things you need by now, which is your pencil and a piece of paper, perhaps a ruler and a rubber. And I'm ready for maths because I'm in a quiet space where I can concentrate. Are you? If not, then find a space and come back and press unpause. Great, so welcome back. Now I'd like you to complete the do now, and when you finish, unpause and we'll go through all of the answers. So, how did you do? Let's take a look. Okay. So to convert to 3 4/5 to an improper fraction, that's 19/5. Here are two equivalent fractions of 1/3, 2/6 and 4/12. Number 3, if you've drawn 5 blue flats or 5/10, that's great. And number 4, 3/100ths as a decimal. I know that was really tricky. It was 0.03. So well done if you got those correct. Today we are going to be ordering decimals. So first of all, we need to take a look at some of the vocabulary that we are going to cover. Ascending order. Now this means when you arrange the numbers from the smallest to the largest. Another way of saying this is increasing. Okay, so we're starting with the smallest, for example, 3, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, ascending. And one way of remembering that is to think about ascending a mountain. So you're going up to the top, from bottom to top, from low to high, from smallest to largest. Next, descending order means arranged from largest to smallest. So you're decreasing. The numbers are getting smaller and smaller. We can see here 7, and then 6.5, then 6, and then 5.5, 5, 4.5. And this person's parasailing down, so he's going up in the sky and coming down. Starting high, going low, largest to smallest. Another way of saying this also is decreasing. Okay, so let's take a look at these. Place these digits in the place value chart below to create the largest number. So we have tens, ones, tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. Remember, can you remind me which column is worth the most? Absolutely, the tens. And which column has the lowest value? Yeah, the thousandths. What's the difference? What's the relationship between the hundredths and the thousandths? Good. Hundredths is 10 times greater than the thousandths. What about the relationship between the tenths and the hundredths? Yes, the tenths is 10 times greater than the hundredths. Can you tell me the relationship between the ones and the tenths? Absolutely, yeah, you're seeing that pattern. It's 10 times greater, and finally the tens to the ones. Good, 10 times greater. The tens are 10 times greater than the ones. So what we're going to do is place these numbers in our chart. I'm going to start with choosing the number at the top. So we've got 5, 6, 4, 2, and 9. And I'm going to choose the one with the greatest value, which is 9. Great. Where do you think I'm going to put it? Good. In the tens column. Why? Yeah, because it's worth the most. So I'm going to put 9 here. I'm just going to take it off, so I've reminded myself that I've used that number. Now, which of the 4 remaining digits is worth the most, has the greatest value? 6, excellent. Where will I put that? In my ones. Good. Next digit, 5, excellent, and that goes in my tens column. And next one, 4, and that goes in the hundredths, excellent, and last one, 2. So now I've created the largest number. Okay, what about this one? Which decimal number is worth less? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write my digits in my chart. So I've done that here. Take a look at them. What is the same and what's different? Absolutely. So in the ones, we can see they have the same number of ones. Each number has 5 ones. What is different though is that in the tens, the first number has 6 tenths, and in the second number, it has 8 tenths. So I know that the first number is worth less. This is the number that is worth less because it has fewer tenths. Right, now let's place these numbers in ascending order. Remind me what ascending means. Yeah, it means going from smallest to largest. So, again, let me just write out all of my digits. Okay, so what's the same and what's different? Let's take a look. We can see that the ones are all the same. Now let's take a look at the tenths. So remember, we're going from ascending. We need to start with the smallest. So which one has the fewest tenths? Yep, 0.1. Good job. Right, shout it out now. The next one. Good, 0.3. Excellent. And the next one? 0.5. You're on a roll now. Last one, 0.7. Excellent. So the numbers are now going in ascending order. Fantastic. What about these? Good. What do you notice? There's got this digit. It doesn't have a decimal. If I wanted to make this digit a decimal number, what do I need to do? Yeah. I can just place a decimal after it and I have my placeholder 0. So again, we can look at what is the same and what is different. So I can see that all of the numbers have the same 1. So I can look 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. They're all the same. So now I'm going to move on to the next column. To the right, the next smallest one. And I can see we've got 6, 1, 8, 4, 0. Just need to double check ascending, which means smallest to largest. So out of 6 tenths, 1 tenth, 8 tenths, 4 tenths and 0, which one is the smallest? Good, 8. I don't have to write the decimal. I can if I want to. And the next one, shout it out. Good, 8.1, tick that off. Next. Good, 8.4, tick that off. Next one. 8.6, excellent. And the final one, good, 8.8. Well done, Year 5. Next, which decimal number is worth more? So again, I'm going to write out my numbers, and it's which one is worth more. Oh gosh, sorry. So which one has the greatest value? Again, I'm looking at what's the same. I can see my ones. They both have 2 ones, so that's the same. I'm moving on to my next column now, which is the tenths. I'm looking at those digits, 7 and 7. That's the same as well. Great. I'll move on to the next smallest column, which is the hundredths. And here I have 2 and 5. Which one is greater? Because I'm looking at which one is worth more. And I can see that this one is greater. 5 is greater than 2. So therefore, 2.75 is the decimal number that's worth more. What about this? Again, I'm going to underline, place these numbers in descending order. My keyword is descending. Remind me what descending means again. Good, I'm going from the greatest to the smallest. Oh, we have this number. Just the ones. Remember, what do we do if we want to make it a decimal? Tell me. Excellent. 0.0. Okay, so again, I'm looking at what's the same. Let's start with, they all seem to have just ones. Okay, so that's 6, 6, 6, all the same. And now I'm going to move on to my tenths. I'm working with ordering my numbers from highest to lowest, greatest to least. So, which has the most tenths? Good, 6.8. I'm going to tick that off. Then I have 6.7. I'm going to tick that off. Then I have 6.2. I'm going to tick that off. What? Oh, I made a mistake. You're right, because here we have 6.4, which is greater than 6.2. Well caught, Year 5. Okay, so I'm going to write 6.4, and I'm going to tick that off. Then 6.2, and then finally 6.0, because that's my lowest number. Great. I think you've got it. Okay, so now, let me just move this. We've got a 3-digit number. We've got a 4-digit number with 3 decimal places, which might be a little bit tricky. So I've given you some steps to success. Let's read them. The first one, underline if ascending or descending. Step 2, start with the largest place value, which is always the leftmost digit, which means it's the digit that's most on the left. So it could be the tens, it could be the ones, it could be hundreds even. Number 3, compare the digits. The largest digit is greater, the smallest digit is less. Step number 4, if the numbers are the same, then you move to the smallest, to the smaller place value, which is always to the right. And number 5, repeat steps 2 and 3 until all digits have been compared. So with that in mind, let's do this one. Underlined if ascending or descending. So place the following numbers in ascending order. Okay, so I've done that one. Next, start with the largest place value. What's my largest place value? Good, it's the ones. So I'm going to look at the ones. Number 3, I'm going to compare the digits. Well, they're all the same, aren't they? No, there isn't one that's largest or smallest. So let me move on to number 4. If the numbers are the same, move to the smaller place value. Okay, so I'm just going to tick that off so that I know that I've checked the ones. The next smallest place value is the tenths. Okay, so here we have the following numbers in ascending. So I'm going from smallest to largest. So I've got 5 tenths, 5 tenths, and 4 tenths. So I know that 4 is the smallest. Okay, so I found that one first. 4, 5, 6. Great, so I've ticked that one off. Now, repeat steps 2 and 3. So I go back. I start with the largest place value, okay, which I've done. I'm going to tick this one. And we compare them. And then we move to the next place value, which is the hundreds. And again, we have 6 and 6. Which is the same. So I'm going to move on to the last place value, which is the thousandths, and then we have 0 and 9. So again, I'm going from smallest to largest, so I need the smallest. So the next one is 3.560, and then the largest is 3.569. So here we have the smallest going to the largest. Oh dear. Just bear with me, please. I seem to have lost my... Sorry. Thank you for being so patient. Sometimes this happens, doesn't it? We were doing so well. Okay. So we have, where were we? Yeah, we'd ordered them. I've seemed to have lost that, but we placed them in order, starting from smallest to largest. Let's go to the next one, shall we? Right, we are now going from descending order. So I've done step number 1. Again, we're going to start with the largest place value. Which one is that? Shout it out. Good. What are all the digits? Excellent. And they're all the same. Now what do I do? Yeah. Step 4 is, okay, so what's the next place value? Tell me. Good. It's the tenths. Let's take a look at the tenths. Are they all different or all the same? Yeah, they're all the same. So what do? We move to the next place value. I'm just going to change colours so that we can tell the difference. So here we have next place value. So here we are going from descending, which means I need to start with the greatest number. So I'm looking, I have 7 and 7, 1 and 7. So this is the smallest, and I have 3 7s left. So I need something that's greater than 7. I'm going to move on to the next place value because the rest of them are 7, and we know that 7 is greater than 1. Let me choose a different colour. And now we have the thousands. So we have 1, we have, this one doesn't have 1. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a placeholder there to help me. So that's 0. We have 1, 0, 7 and 7. So, this one we're not going to do because we know that the hundredths are lower. Right, so out of these and this, which one is the greatest? Good, it's this one. So 0.177, which is the one at the end, and then the next greatest. Good, the 1, 0.171, and then the next one, 0.17, and then the next one, we've run out of room, I'm going on to the next line, 0.117. Excellent. Okay, we've done an ascending one. I think you can rewind, and that one too. Okay, so what I would like you to do is to complete task 1, questions 1 to 4. You can choose bands 1, 2 and 3. When you have finished, then please come back and we'll continue. So how did you find that? How did you do? Fantastic. Okay, let's continue. We're going to now compare these digits and write the inequality less than or greater than. Remember, this means less than and this one means greater than. So we have 2 digits, 14.823 and 14.826. Let's take a look at our steps to success. Number 1, underline if ascending or descending. Does that apply here? No, it doesn't. So we don't need to do step 1. So let's go on to step 2. We're going to start with the largest place value. Okay. Let's go to this time. We have 10. So let's take a look at the 10s. 1 and 1, that's the same. So what are we going to do? Tell me. Good, we're going to move on to the next one, which is our 1s. Are they the same or different? They're the same, absolutely. What are we going to do? Tell me. Good, and what's the next place value? And what's the value of each? Are they the same or different? Yep, so what do? Brilliant, we move on to the next, which is, good, the hundredths. Are they the same or different? They're the same. Great, so which place value do I move on to now? The thousands. And we have 3 and 6. Is 3 less than or greater than 6 thousandths? Yeah, it's less than, isn't it? So therefore, we write our inequality less than. Brilliant. You can see you're really getting the hang of this now. Okay, tell me what I'm going to do first. Good, I'm going to look at the greatest place value, which is the 10s. Are they the same or different? They're the same, so then what do? I move on to the next place value, which is, excellent, the 1s. I'm looking at the 1s. Got 8 and 4. They're different. Is 8 greater or less than 4? Yeah, it's greater than. Well done. So I'm going to write my greater than inequality. What about this one? Tell me. Next. And so, which is greater? Which inequality should I write? Good, greater than. Brilliant. Okay, so now I'd like you to complete task 2, which is the rest of use, apply, and the last one. When you have finished, when you have finished, there's an answer sheet on the main sheet. Can you please check your answers, tick them off, and then upload them to Seesaw. We look forward to seeing your work, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow, Year 5. Bye.